For micro dispensing, there is one product line that is proven and trusted by manufacturers in semiconductor packaging, electronics assembly, medical device, and electromechanical assembly the world over. DL Technology, superior pumps and needles for the finer things in life.
Welcome to the Essemtec booth here at Productronica. Delighted to be joined by Pierre Marichal, who's the Managing Director, or the CEO, should I say, in the United States for Essemtec.
Yeah. Hello, Trevor. Glad to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Yes.
Now, this is quite unique, what we've got behind us, because it really is an all-in-one, I think the very first all-in-one machine that I've seen in the industry. It not only prints, but it also places. So essentially you can, a small manufacturer who's doing, I guess, low volume, high mix, maybe,
Yes.
can do everything in one go.
Yes, exactly. On this machine here, the Puma, what we have tried is to combine different processes. So dispensing, like you said, but it's not just solder paste. Could be also epoxy, silver epoxy, you know. Yeah. And directly after that, the placement. And placement, we can play with 1, 2, or 4 heads on the Puma. So it's all about what would be the best trade-off for the customer. In addition, on the feeder count, such a machine can go up to 280 feeders, you know, on a standalone. So which is pretty high.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So I mean, you've got 3 different functions on one gantry. You've got glue dispensing, pick and place, and of course the solder paste dispensing, or jetting, should I say. Have you ever thought about making it a double gantry or something like that?
No, at the moment, to be fair, is not directly on the roadmap on the short term. We think that what we have developed the last 3 years ago, you know, is linear guides and the XY. I think we are sticking to our niche, you know. At the end, we don't want necessarily to go much higher in volume, in speed. You know, it's really the flexibility, which is our motto and our niche market. And like you said, could be tier 4, tier 3, tier 2 customers, you know, running prototyping or new product introduction. But then, if they want to ramp up in volume, that's where we can combine. You see on the other side of the booth, we have combined Fox together. So you can start with a Fox one, then beef up with dispensing, then beef up with additional heads, and at certain point, even a second machine. And the machine will be connected. So there will be also some kind of line balancing to get really an optimization between all the feeders, you know, and what you want to achieve.
Okay. So what was the thinking behind wanting to put everything in one box?
We think it's based on our historical market. I must say we were serving, you know, SMEs from micro type companies to medium-sized OEM. And really the high mix has been always almost a tattoo, not to say a motto, you know. But on the high mix, you have to be very flexible on different operations. And 10 years ago, or even more, you had the time pressure dispensing on some platforms, but clearly it was not making the job. So we started to have dispensers 10 years ago, I would say high-end dispensers, and I would say it was a surprise for Essemtec. Suddenly we were also on the high-volume game, just by the speed of our jetting technologies, you know. Again, when we say jetting technologies, it's not per se our valves. So valves come from best in class in the world, be it Vermes, be it Musashi or the brands, you know. But we have seen that effectively there was really something to do by combining the process without compromising too much on their throughput. And I must say for the entry level, for the customers, the guys usually don't have the budget to buy 2, 3, 4 pieces of equipment. So there is an interest to start with one platform, doing the full job, and then based on the business venture and the success, then you can manage your investment on the longer term and add options or even add equipment later on.
Okay. Well, I can see that makes sense in one way. What about verifying the dispensing dot, the paste dot? How do you go about doing that?
Here, I think we have a very specific approach by Essemtec, but it has been quite proven by the time. You know that we have dispensers since more than a lot of years by Zollner, for example, large EMS companies. And again, we are doing test dots. So the machine will not start the production without having qualified how good are the dots dispensed. And that will be on the test plate. And with the camera, you will check, okay, that's on my target, you know, within the tolerance I have set, I can choose, you know, I could be tight or let's say broad on my tolerances. And then the machine will say, okay, clear to produce, and I will start the production. Now you can repeat this sequence every board if you want to really make sure that nothing will go wrong or nothing will drift, or by getting more confidence. And again, at the moment, I think we have quite good control on our process, based on, I would say, classical SMT process.
Yeah.
So you can go easily with, okay, I run my batch, I just make one test sequence, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Great. So I believe that this is obviously this is the first time we're seeing this machine. It's going to go into beta testing now.
Yes.
When do you expect to see it released on the market?
So the machine per se is not new. The Puma has been released already more than 2 years ago. I would say what is really new is the jet printer, capability with this valve. We are going now into beta testing to pretty strong name in the market. And if everything is going fine, which we expect because everything has been confirmed so far, we will be able to release that to the market Q1, late Q1, beginning Q2. Okay. That's our target date. Could be a bit sooner. And I hope, because the market is really waiting for a jet printer combined with placement.
Okay, well, super. Congratulations on the idea.
Thank
so,
you,
let's move on now and talk about your appointment, of course, into the United States. You've made a few changes there,
Yes.
Restructured in quite a few ways. Tell us a little bit about what's happening in America.
So America at the moment is a new focus from Essemtec. For many years we have a subsidiary, almost 20 years. Steve Pollock has done a great job for many years for Essemtec. He has been almost one of the first team member of Essemtec, abroad. And the point was that with the re-engineering of the company since 2013, the main focus was really redevelop the new products. I think we are the only company who has totally renewed the product portfolio with leading edge equipment. And again, I must say he took a lot of resource investments and so on. So we were not in the capability to really push the next step to US. This has changed end of last year, because not only based on the success we got on the new platforms in the market, we clearly have seen the fit, this magic product market fit, For us, it was time, okay, let's go next step, in the market. And for us, US is very important. It's our second strategic market. Number one is Germany, Number two is US. So since beginning of this year, we're investing in US. I'm broadening and strengthening the organization now. We will hire more technicians. We have already beefed up our after-sales service. We have now a service manager in US. We are checking that our install base, because we have more than 1,000 equipments already in US, that customers are happy, even if some equipments have more than 15 years, it's always a challenge. And we do think that all the goodies and all the very strong success stories we got in Europe and some in US, we got very cool customers I cannot name, unfortunately, by NDA. But I think we can really mirror the strong success and the strong traction and momentum that we have now.
So you're adding a number of people and service technicians to your team over in the United States, and I believe also looking to try and cover the country with a better spread.
Yes, here effectively, it's a good question, Trevor, thanks. Since the beginning of the year, we have re-engineered also our representative network. The strategy is to go not direct. We cannot hire 10 or 20 sales guys, So we go through partners, from representative. And I must say that at the moment we are in a very good cooperation with the company Restronics, probably you know the name. So David Leffenthal. And in fact, we have 9 regions covered by Restronics already. And this one has been, I would say, mostly done this year. And this company has quite a very strong reputation, and we are in very close cooperation. So at the moment, I would not be wrong saying 70% of the market is covered now. I still have some pockets. I'm not going to disclose which one, but we are looking actively to the rep to fill up these pockets where we are missing a partner. But globally, the territory is covered. The new generation of machine, we have more than 20 equipments from the new generation. So we have more or less references, pretty good references all around US. We have a demo center at ACI, Philadelphia. It's a quite recognized competence center. And I'm pretty close to get my demo center on the West Coast. Okay. Yes, it's not yet totally done, so I cannot disclose the exact location, but I think at Apex I will be in the position to say, okay guys, we have a demo center on the West Coast. Interesting.
Okay, well, we'll certainly look forward to hear more information about that, that's for sure. Okay, well, I want to thank you for joining us today anyway, and showing us the very latest development here. It's quite an exciting one, and best of luck with the US.
Thank you, Trevor.
Thank you.